It's another Wednesday for more Weird War Wednesday. So today we're going to do another. We're going to go to another Colts account. We're going to check out a badass Colts guy. The Colts guy's name, the account is Skif MC, which is Skif Marvel Customs. So this guy's a frothing Marvel fan, and he's got to be old school because he is making 3D free. We're on free. This fucking shit. I'm so sick of this. Restream is for shit. Yeah, restream, your shit. All right, guy. Again, fucking technical crap. Weird War II is low tech. So anyway, we're gonna try to do this. Hopefully we can do it. If not, whatever. But we're gonna go to, so as you guys may or may not know, Weird War II does do lots of superheroes in our games. Okay. I'm a huge fan of the Golden Age. So in our Weird War II, you have superheroes that are sanctioned, non-sanctioned. You've got military superheroes. You've got civilian superheroes, government superheroes, merc superheroes, vigilante superheroes, all sorts of different kind of soups out there in the mix. So it just gives you another level of gameplay other than just some fucking combat bullshit, because not always, you have occupied areas, or you'll have, you just won't have, I don't see like massive amounts of like uniform fucking supers. I don't think there's enough out there to do like whole units like, K-47's got like the Paragons, or I guess those are more like super soldiers. They're like enhanced, like so yeah, maybe, but we kind of like to keep it somewhat limited because we don't want to field fucking, divisions of superhuman, people. So that's a little excessive, but anyway. Okay, so again, we are going over to Skif MC, which is Skif Marvel Customs. Okay, I'm gonna grab this link here real quick. I can do it. I got a new mouse, so the fucking mouse should work now. So here's the account. So if you guys want to swing by and check it out while I'm going through it. Now again, all of his stuff is free. And I want to say he's old school because he's using the old the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. I don't know if you guys even know what that is. Let me get it real quick because I have it. So hold on, so 1 second. All right, guys. So this is a trade paperback, but when this came out, the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, okay, deluxe edition. Okay, this is deluxe. This isn't the original. This is the second series that they came out. This shit, it talks about every superhero, their power. Way. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, guys, if my tech is, but like in a scientific way, it gives them all their stats, where they're from, and all their history in the comics up until the point. And this is like mid 80s, okay? So I mean, all the Golden Age shit is in here, just phenomenal. So what he does is he uses like this is the essential trade paperback, so it's all black and white, but the originally was color. But like here's what like Dormammu, whatever. That's one of Doctor Strange's baddies, and it gives him like his real name and his occupation, whatever, and it tells you all about it, right? But what he does, he uses those. Oh, here we go. Now we got the fucking fuzzy shit again. God damn, man. If you guys know of a good camera, let me know because I gotta get something. But yes, but he uses a lot of the pictures from this book, from these comics. Man, these are fucking epic. If you guys can find this, okay. Now, you don't have to use, like, here's the Crimson Dynamo. You don't have to use that. But what you can do is you can use the stats and his skill. I mean, this thing is like, it's a technical manual is what it is. So like it'll say, let me get my hobby glasses on. Let me show you. Like it'll say like his strength level. Without his armor, the Crimson Dynamo possesses the normal human strength of a man of his age, height, and build who engages in intensive regular exercise. With his armor augmenting his strength, he can press approximately 60 tons. So it's shit like that. It's like this detailed scientific kind of like description of all these supers and their powers. Okay, so if you guys are designers and game designers like I am, and you want to bring some shit to the table, but you need some ideas or something, just get something like this. And it has, I mean, there's hundreds. It's everybody. And they have like here's the Hulk. And the Hulk is a beast. It talks about like let's see what he can, his strength level. I guess let me see what it says. The Hulk possesses superhuman strength of the class 100 level, enabling him to lift press in excess of 100 tons. The Hulk only attains the strength level when he's enraged. In a total calm state, his functional strength is significantly less. See, shit like that. It's like a detailed. It's like the next generation technical manual. That's what this is. But anyway, he uses a lot of the artwork. I guess he scans it or however he makes the STLs. I'm assuming it's a he. Now, if it's not a he, my bad. But whatever. But there we go. So we're gonna go swing over to his site and let you guys check out some of his stuff. I got a bunch now. He's got, again, these are all labeled as actual like Marvel characters, right? But again, these, not painted, them just being gray or whatever your resin. You can paint these things into any kind of color that you want. You can give them whatever kind of name, whatever kind of powers or whatever. So this really leaves you guys a resource that you can put power or supers into your games, or even like some sort of adventurers or whatever the fuck you want in any of your games. But World War II especially. Okay, so we're gonna jump in here. I'm going to maximize this and we're going to jump into it. Okay. So again, Skif MC, I put the link into the conversation here. All right. So again, guys, all this stuff is free. Okay. So like here, we'll just do like the top panel here. Okay. So this character's name is Pavane. I'm not familiar with this one, but it's like a generic superhero chick with like a whip, maybe because of her arms outreach. That could be some sort of like, maybe she's shooting out some sort of ray or whatever. But so supposedly here is like the Marvel like painting of her. So that's what she looks like in the comics. So that's a pretty good depiction of her. That's sweet. But that could be anything. That could be for your 40K. That could be for any of those, your skirmish sci-fi games. You can make up your own crew, whatever. So, and again, free. And again, guys, if you ever go to these, be sure to give them some love, give them some likes, tell them that we're appreciative of, their hard work and, the time that they put in to, check all this shit out and make all this stuff. But yeah, there's the actual STL right there. That's awesome. Looks great. I don't actually have this. I need to get this, but so there's that. And then he's got the Hand. If you guys don't know who the Hand is like a criminal organization in Asia. Okay. And they've been around for a while. Now, this is interesting. There's a weird World War II aspect of the Hand. In the comic books, Hydra never made it to Europe. The Red Skull didn't ever fucking command Hydra during World War II. Baron von Strucker did. And he went to Asia to start Hydra. And the core of Hydra originally was actually members of the Hand, okay, the ninja group here. And what they did is, I think it was a Captain Savage, and then the Bonsai, the Japanese version of like Howling Commandos. I think it was called the Bonsai Squad or whatever. Those guys teamed up with Captain Savage, which is the Pacific Theater version of Fury and Italian Commandos. They teamed up and they kicked the shit out of Hydra and destroyed it. Okay. Strucker survived and went back to Europe and found favor, whatever. But initially in World War II, Hydra was not Nazi. It wasn't. I mean, it was intended to be the Red Skull's army when he decided to make world domination. But it's a great read. No one knows that unless you read Captain Savage and his Leatherneck Commando, Leatherneck Raiders. But anyway. But that's kind of an interesting Weird War connection to the Hand. And the Hand was cool in the 80s. Frank Miller drew like Wolverine kicking the shit out of these guys. It was pretty awesome. I don't know what that is. But yeah, so here's fighting a bunch of the Hand. But yeah, cool. So there's that. And then you got, I don't know who this, Stevie Hunter. So here you go. You got some martial art chick kicking ass. And I guess she's this is what she looks like in the comics. There you go. He did a lot. They did a lot better than that. So that's pretty cool. And then we got Time Slip. I'm not familiar with Time Slip. There you go. Just another super or whatever. She could be like a spell cat. I guess that's what she looks like in the comics. Very cool. Woo. Yeah, that was. All right, let's try to get some Weird War II stuff. Weird War II stuff. XCOM stuff. I know. There's a bunch of XCOM fans because XCOM was fucking epic back in the day. The original XCOM I played as a kid. I'm not even a kid. I was probably a young adult or teenager when it came out, but I was playing it. But and then again, tons of different shit. Like here's Cheetah. That's an old school. Bad guy. See that's see that's what the Cheetah actually looks like. I think Cheetah was a Iron Man. Not Iron Man, Iron Fist. I think it was an Iron Fist enemy. So that's pretty cool. So that could go with your Cat Corps you might have. Here's some XCOM troopers. Let's check these out. These are XCOM trooper and Advent trooper. So there you go. For your sci-fi, That's pretty sweet. And he has a bunch of stuff. Let's see. They're changing. A lot of these I know. Sleepwalker I know. There's Pixie. Let's see, some more XCOM Advent Commander. I don't remember the Advent. Oh, that's been a while since I played XCOM. Oh, here's some more hand ninjas. Let's check these guys out. There you go. That's awesome. General ninjas. Kicking ninjas. There they are in the comic. I used to have a Jim Lee lithograph with it was a dual lithograph. There was two of them. One side was the Punisher, Jim Lee's Punisher, and he was shooting the shit out of a bunch of hand ninjas. And then you put them together, or you can put them separate. Then there was Wolverine, Jim Lee's Wolverine fighting a bunch of ninjas, and that was badass. I used to have that set. That's pretty sweet. Like this thing, I used the Satanish guy. So like. There's the Chosen again. All of the Black Sun's main guys are taken to the Black Sun to witness it, and some of them just change. And I use this as one of the Chosen is like in the comics, and that's what he looks like in the STL. Awesome, just a cool monster, big bad. Demons, whatever you want it to be. I remember this good Nanny. If you got, I was a big fan of the X-Men. I wasn't a big fan of X-Men, but the X-Men mutant was it Fall of the Mutants? I think it was, or Extinction Agenda, where Genosha was like basically brainwashing all the mutants in the world and using them as slaves and shit. They're basically like Nazis that lived off of I want to say they were like off of Madagascar. Off of they're an island off. They're similar to like what South Africa was back in the apartheid, but instead of the apartheid being against the blacks, it was against mutants, super like mutant. So they would like kidnap or enslave all the mutants, wipe their brains, and use them as their. There's Ultimatum. Ultimatum was kind of like a Hydra in the 80s, like a Cobra, a terrorist organization. There's an epic comic cover, Mike Zeck, Captain America, where this Ultimatum guy he's starting to hose down like a whole like church full of people, right? And Cap didn't have a shield, and he couldn't reach the guy in time. And Cap picked up an Uzi, and which is rare. Cap, in the reincarnation of Cap in the 60s when it became Marvel, Cap didn't kill people, tried not to kill, and didn't use weapons. So this was a big the comic cover was epic. It was Mike Zeck, which is one of my favorite artists, and it's just Cap going like screaming and shooting an Uzi. It was epic. But that's who Ultimatum was. You can use that for any kind of near future modern like terrorist group. Here's some more XCOM shit. I'm not from like again. I'm not super familiar with the XCOM nowadays. Part of your space crew or aliens boarding your ship or whatever it is. Let's see if we can. Let's try to get some. See, here's people you might know. He does mostly stuff that kind of like obscure ones, which is cool because if it's obscure, you can paint him up however you want because it's not Iron Man and you just paint Iron Man purple or some shit because it still looks like Iron Man. But this motherfucker, Hulkling, I remember Hulkling, yeah. No one knows who the fuck Hulkling is. Different. It could be just a super. So there you go. And again, free. I'm telling you guys, there's no reason. Look, I love the industry, but I'm a gamer first, and support the companies that you love and you want to support. That's fine, but seriously, there's so much out there that you can get for free. Now here's the Spirit of 76. Now this is a Golden Age character. Awesome. Kind of like a Captain America. Similar, not. I don't think he was a super soldier. I think he was just a vigilante, stateside vigilante. I think he was part of the. Shit. I want to say he was part of. I don't remember. Anywho's, but that's awesome. I've got that one. And there's let's see if we get. But again, tons of here's some aliens. Oh, that's fucking cool. Lady Octopus. Not familiar with Lady Octopus. I know Doc Ock, but there you go. It's fucking sweet. That could be your main character for. That's awesome. That's a good. That looks like she can't really see it very well, but that's a great STL, man. Look at that. That's fucking awesome. There's some grays. Very cool. I'm here to probe. Oh, here's a Blastar. I remember that guy. That guy was cool. Let's see. There's Mandroids. The Mandroids. Those are bad guys, or not bad guys. They're like, I believe Mandroids were government. So here's AIM. Okay, so AIM was awesome. AIM was an offshoot of Hydra. Advanced Idea Mechanics is what it stands for. And they're the guys who made MODOK. Was it Mental Organism Designed for Killing? Is what the original MODOK was called. I was a huge comic guy fan, guys. But here's AIM again. AIM before they split off and became their own splinter. They were like the science action of Hydra. the kind of AIM looking guy. Blastar. That's a cool looking, just weird. That's a Kirby. You can tell that's Kirby right there. That's the Kirby look right there. That's awesome. Good old Jack. Let's see what else we got. We got some weird vehicle. Here's the Internet Models team. So there you go. You know. Booyah. You got the ladies. Their skin ready to kick some ass. So here's another golden age, Miss America. This is the her time layer. There you go. Good old Miss Marvel. There you go. That's what she looked like. Very cool. That's definitely Weird War. And then what's that? Miss America. Here's a Hydra agent. Hydra. Every fucking appearance. Hydra stuff was it Tales? I think it's Tales of Suspense. Was it Tales of Suspense? The Nick Fury, Iron Man, not Iron Man, Nick Fury and Doctor Strange double book. It had some epic shit. A Stranko and Kirby artwork. Oh man, it's fucking epic. Let's see what we got here. Let's go run over here real quick and see if there's anybody talking. Oh, here we go. Shadow, what's up, buddy? Yeah, this is Colts. George, what's up, buddy? Mobius, what's going on? Oh, yeah, Kirby. Oh, man, I love Kirby. Oh, yeah, Hellboy is definitely Weird World War II. But it's funny. So it's weird. I'm weird because I'm Weird World War II. I'm sorry it's all fuzzy, guys. It's my tech shit. My tech sucks. But anyway, so technically, Hellboy, it'd be Hell Baby during World War II, but then later on it'd be Hellboy as he grew up. But there's still a Nazi. When Rasputin came back. Anyway, there's that whole storyline from like the original movie. But yeah, it's definitely Weird War. But all right. Let's see. Let's jump back into it. Let's get back to the. There we go. Let's get back to the fun. Oh yeah, Shadow, you should love all this shit. You probably recognize a lot of this shit. Here's again more XCOM stuff. Archon, XCOM Viper, Sectoid. So like this guy, the Faceless. This thing. This is a monster. This could be a fucking some sort of elemental. Like a mud elemental, or this could be some sort of aberration or construct or whatever you want it to be. And you can print it up and you can like mirror it and they look a little bit different. You have fucking 50 of them. And you know what? Free. Just give them a like. Just give them a like and give them a star. What you think it should be. Dragon Man. I remember Dragon Man. Some XCOM, bunch of XCOM stuff here. And like Shadow, like I know you guys are doing like or like with you Shadow and Bo and all of them, when you're doing your sci-fi game. There you go. You can make a crew out of these like light sci-fi figures. That's awesome. That looks like the face of what's her face, the Black Widow chick. And of course, you got sexy chicks and buff dudes. So don't give me bullshit sexist shit. These chicks are hot and these dudes are fucking hot too. Look at these fucking muscle bound motherfuckers. So it's all equal. No bullshit. There's no sexism in comics. The men are just as beefcakey as the ladies are cheesecakey. Let's see. Oh, look at that thing. I'm trying to. Oh, here, Rama Tut. That guy was cool. He was a cool villain. I want to say Rama Tut was some sort of like Egyptian army thing. That could be your big bad. I want to say, I don't know. I can't, man, it's been so long. I sold all my comics, dude. I kind of gave it all up. But man, in the 80s, it was nothing but G.I. Joe, comic books, video games for me. And wargaming, of course. 40K at that time, I think. Oh, Stalior. It's like this guy's a what do you call him? And that picture right there is from the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. But tons of stuff. Let's see if I'm just going through, just seeing if there's some shit that lots of XCOM, I didn't realize he had so much sci-fi stuff. Oh, there's Agnar the Screamer. This guy's like a hippie, if I remember. If this is the same guy, it's like yeah. Let's see. Let's find the picture of him. Yeah, I want to say he was an Incredible Hulk villain too, if I remember correctly. He might have been a Daredevil. I can't remember. But what was he got? Amazon. Now he so Skif, he only does Marvel and XCOM is from what I see. I don't think he's done any DC stuff. I'm not sure why. Maybe just because he prefers the Marvel stuff. You can all convince him to start dabbling into the DC. Like here's some. Again, a lot of this stuff. Again, he's not really doing the big name stuff, which I think is awesome. The Vanisher, Raymond Choker. That's a werewolf shadow. That might be from Tomb of Dragon. Yeah, I know you're into that shit. That's a cool werewolf right there. That's awesome. Oh, there it is. Werewolf by Night. I knew it. That's a kick-ass werewolf right there. Used for anything. Yeah, baby. Very cool. And then Tentacle Dude. Gotta have Tentacle Dudes. Free. Brother Son. I remember Brother Son. I think there was I thought he had a sister, like a twin sister. I can't remember if I'm thinking of the same guy. Spider-Man villain. Amazon. Who's this? Just chick, basic kind of superhero chick. So generic, so base. That could be. She could be a mutant. She could be, a spellcaster. Whatever you want it to be. Pisces. I remember all the Zodiac crew. Sagittarius. Jetstream. A lot of these, I remember just they're like might have been like, the Ringmaster. Hell yeah. Now the Ringmaster, he was during World War II. Him and his Psycho Circus. You remember he had like the circular thing on his hat that would like brainwash you. There he is. Yeah. That looks like Ramita, maybe. That's a Spidey villain. Cottonmouth, Ricochet. Oh, here's Doc Savage. Here you go, Shadow. Doc Savage for you. Marvel version of Doc. Wow. Different time, man. Different time. Tombstone. I remember Tombstone. He was a cool looking dude. He's just like a normal dude, but he was like gray. His face, his skin was all gray. Scarlet Centurion. That sounds familiar. Oh, here's Fu Manchu. Hell yes. That's a definite for any weird war. Fu Manchu. A force to be reckoned with, folks. Fu Manchu. Oh yeah, Korvac. God, Arcade. Yeah, I remember Arcade. He was an X-Men bad. He had a little bit more basic in design than the some other ones. No, here's Squirrel. Is that Squirrel Girl? Or is this a Squirrel Gal? Scorpio. There you go, guys. That's Nick Fury's brother right there. Scorpio. Nick Fury's brother. There's Stringa right there. That's the cover of, I want to say, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1 right there. But yeah, that's Nick Fury's bro. Squirrel Girl. There you go. For all you furries out there. I don't know much about Squirrel Girl, but I remember reading one story where she defeated Doctor Doom. Like, I guess Doctor Doom was in New York, and New York in the was it the big park there, and I guess Squirrel Girl mobilized all the little critters of the park to subdue them. So yeah, it was pretty funny. But there you go, guys. Again, let's go swing up to Skif Marvel Customs right there. I guess he has a blog. Oh shit, he's got a blog too. I haven't seen. Oh, here we go. He's got a big old like bio here. But yeah, so you swing by. I'll have to go check out his blog real quick. Yeah, baby. Marvel Comics. Here you go. Yells. Yeah, I just printed that one today. Cheetah. Is it Cheetah or Puma? Puma. Very cool. I'll have to link. There we save that. But again, that's Colts. The link is in the KF. What's up, dude? Oh, at the end of Lent, huh? Drink it up. Today's April Fool's too, so you still got a couple hours to pull a epic joke on somebody. So here's a little something. My daughter, she calls her mother. She calls Mel, and says So I'm at work, right? Mel's at home, and she calls. And Mel doesn't know what's going on, so she calls us April Fools, and I guess the beginning of the conversation is kind of like those recordings I guess you get if you're in jail. It says this is a call from Dallas County corrections facility or whatever, and then she's like bawling, and Mel is losing her fucking mind, like, oh my god, what's going on, baby? And she starts laying down some story. She's in jail, she doesn't know what to do. And Mel is freaking the fuck out, right? And I guess she comes back and says, "Oh, it's April Fool's," and Mel just starts crying. And I'm just like, I'm having a word with our daughter. That was not cool. I mean, there's one thing about doing April Fool's. There's another thing about really fucking going too far. She went too far, and I think she felt really bad because she started crying or whatnot. So, man, you guys be nice to your folks, okay? Especially with something like that, being in jail. Oh my god, don't even give me. Ugh. That's one thing I've been able to dodge for 53 years is jail. I hope, and all my family, well, most of us, just dodged it too. So, but yeah. So if you guys are gonna do April Fool's, you be nice. Be nice, not too nice. Be weird, but nice. But yeah, it does. Yeah, there you go. It builds character. Oh man, I'm gonna definitely have to have some words with her, that's for sure. But yeah. So again, swing over to the link. It's in the conversation here. In the what do you call it? The whatever. My brain is fried. It's the end of the night. I'm ready to go to bed. But I wanted to do a quick weird World War II. Oh, their titanium strength. Uh-oh. George's daughter did his 12-year-old did a April Fool's on him. Oh, shaped like pans. That's cool. I remember the kids waking up a couple times, like surprising us with whatever they made. And it was just like, oh, that's wonderful, guys. And then you walk into the kitchen, it's a fucking disaster. It's terrific. I remember one time one of the kids made we have this one dish called hamburger rice, and it's just like ground meat, like a pound of ground meat, and then a can of tomato sauce, a can of corn, sweet corn, and then just like, rice, white rice, and all mixed up. It's like so good. But like one of the kids made it, but they forgot to put the rice in it, right? They forgot to make rice with it. So it was just like meat with like tomato tasting meat with corn. And it was funny, but it was good. It was fun. But that's true. I am the master and commander of my domain. Shit. I like to think so. No, I am. Maybe. When Mel's asleep, I am. That's for sure. Oh, what's this? But yeah, let me try to get rid of this thing. That's not what I wanted. I've been, trying to shake off those damn allergies and shit. Let me get rid of this one. Uh-oh. I don't care. Let's get rid of this thing. There we go. There we go. You get to see my ugly mug. So, but that's about it. I got right now. I printed up a bunch of stuff. I downloaded some of the Nerds. Her kittens. So late war, they were. This would have been the first like dedicated, fully tracked APC, right? The kitten. Or the Kratchten, whatever the hell you say it in German. But they were just like, and these are off the 38T chassis, which was Czech design, but the Germans used the shit out of it. They took over the Czech armaments and they just made their own shit. This is from like the same chassis did like the Hetzer, little anti-tank, a little anti-tank tank or whatever. But yes, but this is a little APC. It's got machine guns. This will have the IR rigs on it. And this one's got this is like the command vehicle for the platoon. It's got like a light laser cannon on it. It's just pretty sweet. But yeah, I'm going to use these as my Black Sun. The mystical Nazis. This will be the infantry doing their shit. Been doing that. I know. Well, I did one last week. I'm gonna do one probably tomorrow. Actually, I printed up a bunch of stuff. I don't know if you guys saw. They did someone did a mini of me. I can't see it, but I think if you guys go look, I think if you look at the YouTube community, there's a picture of it right there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And someone also did the same guy did he did Fritz. That's our kind of our logo guy. Let's see if that'll pick up. Anyway, Fritz has got a lady on his back and she's like smiling, but anyway, I can't show it because my technology sucks. There we go. It's fucking working now. But yeah, check out the I did a highlight. I'm gonna go back and look at our battle reports. And I'm going to pull out a scene from every battle report. Because I know the battle reports are kind of long. Our tech is pretty low. And Mel cannot fucking film. Because she films like this. It's like... she's just... I need to get one of those gimbals for my camera. But anyway, not that it's a camera. It's just our fucking cell phone. But there we go. I fucked up the camera here. I wiggled and jiggled it too much. Anyway, I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Oh, I was going to do I did highlights of just one scene or one, interaction in the battle report. And it's just kind of funny. But check out the one I just did. It's pretty fun. Our last battle report. I pulled out some shit out of my ass to win. Picked up a flower pot. This is one of those chosen guys. He has these tentacle arms and he has a reach. He can use his tentacles to grab stuff. and he grabbed the pot, like a flower pot, and he fucking just threw it, right? Just whiffed it. Not whiffed it, but he threw it. And it just, boom, knocked the guy right out. Killed him. Awesome. They're freaking out. It's great. Go check it out. It's fun. All right, guys. Again, swing by the link on top of the discussion and check out his stuff. Skif, I appreciate it. All the hard work that you do for us. The time and effort. We really appreciate it. I appreciate it. And we really appreciate everybody who puts all this time and effort and gives all this stuff to the community for free. Okay. And if you do take any of his stuff, give him a nod, give him a thumbs up and a 5-star, and tell him how much you appreciate it. All right, guys. I am going to bow out so I can go to sleep and go to bed before anybody else does a prank on me. All right, guys. We'll be doing this crazy mix-up world. Get a 3D printer. Get some free STLs and keep it weird. See ya.